This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening. I'm Haley Wilgus. Scott has the night off. A fatal hit and run has law enforcement and family members trying to figure out who is responsible. The accident happened on the corner of Gulfgate Drive and Mobile Gate Drive, and that's where ABC7's Kate Flexter is joining us live. She did have a chance to speak to the victim's family earlier today. Kate.
Good evening, Haley. Behind me here is a memorial for the victim. It's all part of one family's search for justice in a hit-and-run case without many leads.
It's something every parent dreads, surviving their children.
90-year-old Sidney Taylor hoped he would never get that call.
She should be making arrangements to bury me, not me making arrangements to bury her.
His 61-year-old daughter, Lynn Taylor, was crossing Gulfgate Drive around 7 p.m. Tuesday night when she was hit by an unknown driver and transported to Sarasota Memorial Hospital, where she later died. In the waiting room, her daughter, Jennifer.
I just don't know how you can hit someone and not even get out to see if the person is okay.
The one person Jennifer's still yet to tell, her 6-year-old son.
He doesn't even know yet. I haven't told him. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna tell him, but it's gonna break his heart, just like it broke everyone else in my family's heart.
At the scene Friday, Florida Highway Patrol continued the investigation, analyzing and measuring marks on the road. Right now, they're looking for any sort of evidence, including eyewitnesses and surveillance video. For nearby business owners like Giuseppe Urbano, an accident like this was bound to happen. He says people speed through the area often.
It was a matter of time. I've seen it several times, and I hope this will never happen, but it did happen.
Now Taylor's family is left wanting answers, hoping someone may have seen what happened that night.
We just want anything to find this person or get some answers and, justice for my mom.
I think whoever did this is going to have to live with it, and it would make it easy to live with if they came forward and admitted what they've done.
If you have any information about what might have happened on Tuesday night, be sure to log on to mysuncoast.com for information on who to contact. Live in Sarasota, Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Kate. Drivers should expect to see some detours while traveling along I-75 near University Parkway next week. FDOT announced a temporary detour route on University Parkway on Tuesday and Wednesday between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. while crews installed drainage pipes. Drivers traveling westbound on University Parkway near the interchange should travel on I-75 northbound, exit at State Road 70, and re-enter I-75 southbound to exit at University Parkway. And then drivers traveling northbound on I-75 looking to go west on University Parkway should exit at State Road 70, enter I-75 southbound, and exit at University Parkway. Floridians need to be extra cautious while outside near wildlife. The Center for Disease Control reporting more than 1,300 kids getting bitten by a snake each year. Florida tops the list of states with the most snake bites. All 50 states and Washington, D.C. reported snake bites to children between 2000 and 2013. 1 in 4 attacks takes place in Florida or Texas. Copperhead snakes bite more people than any other species of snake. It's important to stay alert in areas where snakes are most commonly found.
Snakes like to hide generally, basically under things, trying to keep themselves safe, like hiding under maybe have some plywood maybe in the backyard. They like to hide under that, keeps them nice and kind of secluded, like being in dark places, makes them feel safe. So kind of like check your environment first, make sure, take caution.
Other states, including Georgia, Louisiana, North Carolina, Oklahoma, and West Virginia, also report a high number of snake bites. And now we'll head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast. Got to watch out for those snakes, Bob.
I tell you, I remember when Emma was about 1 outside, we were doing some yard work, and sure enough, a copper snake came right by, and she was in one of those little cribs there, and kind of scary at that point for sure. So snakes have a hard time moving in cold air, and looks like we're going to have some of that around. Looks like right through the weekend. Look at this, dew point temperatures starting to drop into the 40s now in Pensacola and Tallahassee. There's a little bit of a prefrontal trough moving through now. That's not the cold front. It's still back here. You look at the dew point temperatures and it really tells you where it's at. And looks like those will be moving on through our area beginning after midnight tonight. So things are really going to start to drop by sunrise tomorrow. It's still 85. The dew point at 68. Now the winds out of the northwest, you would think that that's the front has moved on through, but really that cooler air is still bottled up to the north of us. The evening planner looks like this. Temperatures still staying into the mid 70s by 11 o'clock tonight with a little bit of a breeze out of the northwest. Good football weather tonight. Just a bit on the breezy side. Right now, all northwest winds being reported after a pretty good deal of northeast winds all week long, keeping that red tide offshore. We'll have a red tide report in just a little bit. Rotunda now getting 13 miles an hour out of the northwest. And as far as the front goes, not a lot of rain to it at all. Typically, you do get quite a bit of storms developing with frontal systems, but just the air is so dry out ahead of the front that we're not seeing that happen with this one. We'll have much more on our weather for the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Venice police have arrested the man suspected of being involved in a carjacking. 53-year-old Ralph Forte was taken into custody last night. On Wednesday, police say he attempted to steal keys from a Publix employee, and when a woman approached the scene, Forte allegedly attacked her and fled the scene on foot. When police found the woman, she had serious injuries to her head. She was taken to the hospital for surgery and is now recovering. Forte confessed to committing the crimes. Charges against him are pending while the investigation continues. A federal court has denied an appeal in the shooting death of Rodney Mitchell. The Sarasota Herald Tribune reports a federal appeals court has affirmed the ruling in a civil lawsuit that cleared two Sarasota County deputies. It accused the deputies over the alleged use of excessive force in the 2012 shooting death. A Tallahassee attorney who represents Mitchell's mother plans to file for a rehearing next week to try to further examine the testimony. A proposed initiative to keep those who are mentally ill out of jail is receiving support from the state. The Florida Department of Children and Families is awarding Sarasota County Judge Erica Quartermain's Comprehensive Treatment Court a 3-year grant worth more than $1 million. Most of the people who would be eligible for the program are homeless and mentally ill and would otherwise be sent to county jail. That DCF funding was contingent on being matched, which it was earlier this year, by the city of Sarasota, Sarasota County, and local nonprofits. Two boaters are recovering after a dramatic rescue in the Gulf. The Coast Guard deployed crews from 3 stations, including Station Cortez in Bradenton. The Coast Guard reports it rescued the boaters Thursday after their boat took on water 12 miles west of Egmont Key. A man stated his 21-foot boat was taking on water due to a 2-foot crack in the hull, and it was in need of emergency assistance. No injuries have been reported. Still to come on your Suncoast News, more than 100 athletes make their way to the Suncoast, competing for a spot in an international competition. And ABC7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast for the weekend. And when diabetics are trying to increase their low blood sugar, there may be a better option than sugary foods.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called 3-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Totoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
The celebration is heating up and the prices just keep getting better during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the area's largest selection of Jeep Grand Cherokees or get big savings on a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Stop by today and drive away in a brand new Jeep Compass for just $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
A reunion of dozens of community leaders wrapping up at this hour on Bee Ridge Road. For the past decade, the Gulf Coast Community Foundation has hosted an annual Leadership Institute, and today they invited graduates from each class to come back for an afternoon of networking and team-building exercises. Graduates of the Leadership Institute include a cross-section of our community, from CEOs to politicians and journalists. ABC7's Ray Collins is a 2011 graduate of the program. The event was held at the Laurel Oak Country Club in Sarasota County. Female golfers from all across the world are on the Suncoast looking to qualify for the LPGA tournament. Stage 2 of the qualifying tournament is taking place this weekend at the Plantation Golf and Country Club in Venice. 193 women are competing for a chance to move to the final stage of the qualifying tournament in Daytona Beach at the beginning of December. Competitors come from as far as Australia, but 2 are from right here in Bradenton. Erica Schneider and Christina Miller. There are only a few more weeks of high school football before the regular season ends and the postseason begins. One team close to its first playoff appearance since 2013 is Riverview High School. That's where ABC7's Adam Cellini joins us live with a preview of our football Friday night game of the week. Adam.
Yeah, we got a preview of football, but also a preview of the Riverview Rams cheerleaders here. They are behind me. They're ready to go, and they have a lot to cheer about this season because the Riverview Rams are on the cusp of the playoffs for the first time in a while. No one could have expected the easiest path to the postseason was through Manatee High School, but last week, Riverview shocking the Suncoast, handing the Hurricanes their first district loss since 2009. 6 seasons, and a win tonight means they control their playoff destiny. Now, the Rams have relied heavily on the running of quarterback Mike Welser and sophomore running back Ali Boyce to get to their 5-1 record so far this season. Tonight, they host district opponent Newsome High School out of the Tampa area with an identical 3-1 district record. Newsome's one loss was against a team Riverview has already beat this year, and next week the Rams will play their last district game against Steinbrenner High School, a team that lost to both Newsome and Manatee earlier in the season. We spoke with head coach Todd Johnson earlier today. He said his team's resiliency has been the reason for their success, and he had one simple message for those guys tonight.
No, we definitely got to keep them focused and realize that if we win, we're in the playoffs. If we lose, we're out of the playoffs. And it's been as simple as that all week. That's been our message. And I think the kids understand that and get that, and we're about to find out here at 7:30.
Now, as always, if you're at a football game tonight, we invite you to join our coverage. Send us your pictures from the stands, from the sidelines on our Twitter page at MySunCoast. Add the hashtag Fan of the Week, and we'll run those pictures on our show tonight. For now, live at Riverview, I'm Adam Cellini. Haley, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Adam. Definitely a spirited group. They're ready for tonight. And the weather should be pretty good.
It should be great,
Yeah.
really great football weather. And talk about spirited group. There's a big spirited group meeting tomorrow morning at the Polo Grounds for making strides against breast cancer. It's always a great turnout. And weather's going to be cooperating. You may even need a little jacket, you know, because it's going to be.
the sounds of that.
It could be a little bit on the chilly side. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing a beautiful day today. Lakewood Ranch, a few clouds now and again, and not much in terms of rainfall. The front itself is going to move through late tonight, and that will start to cool things down, especially by tomorrow morning as those winds and that drier air starts to settle in, especially, as I said, right before sunrise. You can see a little bit of rainfall out there in the Gulf of Mexico, a little line, a prefrontal trough, if you will, making its way down to the south. All that very spotty, but it is bringing a little bit of activity just to the offshore of Venice right now. Not much going on over land. There were a few sprinkles around earlier today, but that has since moved on. Currently, we have a few clouds, 85, and the dew point is at 68. The dew point temperature will really drop tomorrow. Northwest winds are at 14. And the pressure will be on the rise throughout the weekend. 82 in Jacksonville, it's 84 in Orlando now, 86 in Miami, and temperatures around town in the low 80s with that northwest wind near the water in Inglewood and Venice, and Sarasota a little bit away from the water at the airport, 85, Cortez at 84, Braden at 85 degrees, and the Gulf water temperature now at 80. Well, we are anticipating lots of sunshine tomorrow. It will be a bit breezy. Temperatures warming to 77 degrees. That's the high. You know, it's been our low for a lot of this fall, but high temperatures into the mid to upper 70s tomorrow. It will be nice, won't it? The cold front again is still just moving through parts of north central Florida. The area of low pressure that's driving that front is now over the northeast, bringing clouds and even some snow expected for portions in upstate New York as well as into the northern New England states. Now, this area of low pressure, not well organized at this time, continues to push away from the U.S., so not a big factor there. And there's not much going down in the Caribbean at this point, but we'll keep a watch on it. This is a favorite area for tropical development later on in the season, and we only have about a month to go before the official end. And there goes the low, heads off to the north. Clear skies behind the front. The front gets hung up just to the north of Cuba, so it's not going to blow on through the Caribbean and cool things down there much. It will be noticeably cooler. They're all throughout the southeast, and the Gulf of Mexico temperature more than likely cooling down into the mid-70s. By Monday morning. Well, speaking of temperatures, 50 degrees now in Chicago, Detroit, a few degrees cooler in Toronto, Boston now at 65, and 77 in Denver, 70 in Albuquerque, and 73 in Dallas currently. And temperatures will be warmer out west, and much of the northeast is a deep trough, digs to the east and southeast over the next 24 to 48 hours. And we are anticipating pretty rough boating conditions. We'll start off the day with northwest winds at around 20 knots, subsiding somewhat late in the afternoon, but still a small craft advisory is in effect. Seas 5 to 7 feet and choppy conditions out there. Now for boaters on Sunday, looks to be much improved. We're looking for winds to be out of the north anywhere from 5 to 10 knots by the midday, and seas much less, anywhere from 2 to 3 feet. UV index will be high tomorrow. The high temperature at the beach is 78, and the water temperature now at 80 degrees, so the actual water temperature will be warmer than the actual air temperature. Tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay, high tide at 8:05, a low tide will be at 11 o'clock tonight, and 4:40 for the next high tide for tomorrow. Cooler overnight, cold front moves through, mostly fair, will turn breezy, low temperatures into the, for the most part, low 60s that should read. And then finally, fall arrives tomorrow, high of 77, mostly sunny and breezy, north winds 10 to 15. It'll be the coolest day of the fall thus far. And then we'll see temperatures staying into the mid-70s to upper 70s on Sunday after 50s for lows Sunday morning. And then look for a gradual warming trend. We'll be back into the mid-80s by Thursday, but enjoy it while it lasts. Haley?
We definitely will. Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. I-275 southbound near the Sunshine Skyway Bridge is partially blocked at exit 16 because of a police incident. People who are overweight show more age-related decline in their brains. That's according to a study published in the journal Neurobiology of Aging. Those with a body mass index over 25 had lower volumes of white matter in their brains and had brains similar to healthy weight people who were 10 years older. White matter allows for communication between the neural regions. It helps with things like memory and quick thinking. One possible explanation that overweight people have more brain aging is because excess fat may produce inflammatory proteins called cytokines, which can affect the brain. A new Cleveland Clinic study shows a diet rich in whole grains may significantly lower the risk of cardiovascular disease in overweight and obese adults younger than 50. The findings published in the Journal of Nutrition suggest that whole grains can be a key regulator of blood pressure. In the study, those on this whole grain diet saw a threefold greater improvement in their diastolic blood pressure compared to when they ate the refined grain diet. Before age 50, an elevated diastolic blood pressure is associated with increased heart disease risk. When people with diabetes experience a dangerous drop in blood sugar, glucose tablets might be a better option than a sugary food or drink. In a study in the Emergency Medicine Journal, researchers tested things like Skittles, mints, and orange juice versus glucose tablets on diabetics with low blood sugar. The foods were about as effective as the tablets for getting blood sugar levels to rise, but people who use the glucose tabs seem to feel better faster. Patients who use sugary foods were 11% less likely to feel relief from their symptoms within 15 minutes. Coming up next, a haunted house just got a bit creepier with the addition of two new and unsettling discoveries. And more teeth on the greens, another golfing gator on the loose, this time at a popular club in Sarasota. Those stories are next.
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing, complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Bella siccome un angelo,
Sarasota Opera presents Donizetti's Don Pasquale. 6 performances from October 28th through November 13th. Reserve your tickets at sarasotaopera.org.
Victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting are being remembered in a creative way thanks to 2 artists. A mural was unveiled at the site. It's near the gates surrounding the nightclub. They were open to the public for the first time since the June 12th shooting. The mural features hearts painted in colors from the rainbow flag. The background of the mural will be left in white to encourage people to write their own messages and tributes on it. The artist's name is Mr. Brainwash. He says he created the mural not only because of what happened, but also because of the community's response.
There is a statement that we are here. You know, we're not forgetting, we are here, we give love.
Prints of the mural are expected to go on sale. All proceeds will go to the One Pulse Foundation and the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation to help make a memorial site out of the nightclub. A giant prehistoric discovery in the dirt of Michigan. Scientists there found what they say is the most complete Ice Age mastodon skeleton unearthed since the 1940s. Mastodon finds aren't a rare thing in Michigan, but finding one nearly intact is. Usually there will only be a few bones found, but this was found 60 to 70% complete. The tusks are missing, perhaps indicating the animal died at the hands of the people who lived in Michigan thousands of years ago. Scientists believe they probably sunk the body in a pond as a way of preserving the meat. Meanwhile, another pair of bones are causing quite a scare in Wisconsin. Two real human skeletons are joining this scare squad at a haunted funhouse. They sit in a room lined with fake skulls, and the bodies were found completely by surprise. The 19th century coffins were there resting, and they were donated years ago and had been in storage until recent remodels disturbed their rests. The owners said that they had no idea there were skeletons in these caskets when they pulled them out. One is fully intact, so it's believed that it was used for medical purposes. And finally, take a look at who came out for a hole-in-one. This was Wednesday at the Founders Club in Sarasota. While on the 12th green, one of our viewers captured some pictures of this gator taking a stroll. You can see Pavel Kunik playing around the gator and his friend Ivo Trevnisic, hopefully I'm saying that right, capturing this eye-opening moment. Wow. That probably shook up their golf game just a little bit. Still to come on your Suncoast News, the start of early voting is almost here. Why more people are making their voice heard weeks before Election Day in November.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter mile north of University Parkway.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.